And now, we weren't kidding when we said we had an action-packed show. It continues at 30th on 6. Cecil County Drug-Free Community Coalition has 2 youth sector leaders, and we have them both here with us tonight. Olayide and Nicole. Nicole, why don't you get things started by telling us what the coalition has as an overarching mission?
Sure. So the coalition's main goal is to reduce substance use among youth, and we try to do that with obviously the youth sector leaders, and that's what our job is, to kind of give our insight to the coalition, and for us to help them figure out what the best way to go about that is.
And this coalition, you're the youth representatives, but it also includes members of the health department and other organizations as well, correct?
Right. So we have, for example, we have faith-based organizations, youth-serving organizations, we have a parent volunteer who comes in and talks to. We have people, like you said, from the health department, and just a bunch of people from throughout the community that come together to help fix this issue.
Well, everybody talks about the opioid epidemic. Mm-hmm. That's almost as much of a tongue twister as what you said previously. But it's true. And anything that we can do to work together as a community to help reduce all this is great. Now, I know one of the things, Olayide, we were talking about, one of the points that you guys do is offer alternative activities to youth. And Nicole, I know you said you sing for Elkton, and Olayide, something that's near and dear to me. You're involved in track and field, right?
Yes, I am. I've been a part of the team for 4 seasons now. I started junior year with indoor, and I've committed to it for the past 2 years, and it's been some of the best times of my life. And like, I see kids like join the track team, and like, my coach's motto is "We are a family." So I'm like the captain for the throwers, so I'm looked at as like a team mom. So like, my kids come and talk to me. I call them my kids, and it's a great time. And I'm really sad to be leaving them after this season. But like, having track is just, it's like a way to like get your anger out. Sometimes if you're like feeling stressed, like you can just go run it out, or you can throw it out. So track has been a huge stress reliever for me.
With alternative activities is something that's very important. And you mentioned commitment. You're both committed to your schoolwork. Nicole, you said something about a scholarship, or you're looking for a scholarship?
Yeah, so both Olayide and I are currently looking for scholarships for our colleges. I'm attending West Virginia University, and
I'm attending Johns Hopkins University.
Wow, so you guys are on the right path, and being drug-free helped get you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct, and commitment helped get you there. Commitment to academics. It's very important. I'm sure I don't have to say that to you, because that's what got you sitting right here today. Mm-hmm. Nicole, you mentioned you were involved in, one of your favorite courses was psychology?
Psychology, yes. I absolutely love psychology, and it's a great experience, and our school has an awesome program that is connected to Cecil College. So we have an actual professor from Cecil College come in and teach us at the school. So we have that class every Monday and Thursday in the morning, and we get real-life college experience. We get lectures every Monday and Thursday. He comes in and teaches us. Right now we're learning about disorders and things like that, so it's really fun.
That kind of ties in with your work in the Community Drug-Free Coalition.
Yeah, definitely.
Or the Cecil County Drug-Free Community Coalition.
Right.
And that sports mentality and all the good things that come with being involved in a sports team too. So these are what your third point in your coalition is: early and persistent pro-social behavior. Kind of both of those things. You help each other out. You have a team ethic. What do you say to somebody? I'll leave either of you to answer this, or both. What do you say to somebody you see going down the wrong road?
So I think the best thing to do, and especially like what I try to do, is kind of give them the resources that we have available, and us being in the coalition is definitely beneficial, because we know where to get those resources and the people that are directly linked to those resources as well. So I think just connecting them with the help that is available to them is definitely a great idea, and just kind of being there for them, helping to be that support system for that person is definitely a good thing to do.
So maybe some of your students in your high school, you might help them out in that manner.
Yeah.
But aren't you doing something with young kids too?
Yeah. So Nicole and I, through our youth I have our coalition and we have our different sector leaders, and one is Beth Creek, and she runs the nonprofit Youth Empowerment Source. And one of the things that Youth Empowerment Source does every summer is run a camp called Camp Activate. And me and Nicole had the privilege of working there last summer. And it's basically a free camp for 5 weeks for students going into 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And it's just an opportunity for them to have somewhere safe to be while their parents are working during the day. And like each week we teach them like a different science and a different sport, and then we have our math. So just like being there and like being with the kids in our community, because we were placed at Thompson, so these are the kids that are directly like in our areas. I would see them all the time at football games. They recognize me, and it's just like being with them that summer. It just shows that how they need like positive role models, and they need like mentors, which we ended up having to be. And some of these kids, they don't grow up in the best environment. So like working for camp that summer, it just like opened my eyes up and like showed how like prevention starts off from like the younger ages, and like just being there for the kids.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
And I know especially with Camp Activate, like not only do we reach out to those kids who need us, but we also build great relationships with the people that we work with. And they're also members of the community as well. So just building those connections and getting to know people is also great.
Well, did we miss anything?
Camp Activate definitely needs more funding because we're trying to bring as many kids to camp as possible, and just making sure that there is that safe environment for as many kids. So I'm sure you can go on Facebook, and there's the Youth Empowerment Source Facebook page, and there's a way for you to donate on there. $250 is the cost for one kid to attend camp. So just trying to push that out there so we can get as many kids in as possible.
Well, I'm glad I asked that question. And thank you both for coming to 30 at 6, and thank you both for the work that you're doing.
Definitely. Thank you so
you.
much.